welcome to Long Live the Queen, where we talk about the women who made history. And by we, I mean the royal we, because it's just me. Today we're going to talk about Isabella of Mar.
We will be remembered.
Isabella was born in 1277. She was the daughter of an earl. Her father was the head of Clan Mar. After Margaret, the Maid of Norway, died, he was of the faction that believed Robert the Bruce should be the next king of Scotland. In the first decade of her life, the reigning king of Scotland lost all three of his children and his own life. For a few years, a Norwegian princess was in charge, but then she too died, and Scotland was in a succession crisis. The Guardians of Scotland had to untangle the web of succession laws to save Scotland from civil war. The two main factions fighting for power were the Baliol's and the Bruces. Isabella's clan, Clan Mar, was in a dispute with the Comyn family. The Comyn family, at this point, was backing the Balliol family, so Clan Mar decided to buddy up to the Bruces, chief rivals of the Balliol clan. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Isabella's father decided he needed to pull them in further. He was going to marry his daughter off to an allied clan. His first choice was to marry his daughter to the grandson of the man leading the Bruce clan. This grandson's name was Robert the Bruce. He was 3 years older than Isabella, and it was a double alliance, because Robert the Bruce's sister, Christina, also married Isabella's brother. I feel like if this happened today, they would be TikTok influencers or something. Think about it. A pair of siblings from a powerful family marry a couple of siblings from a slightly lesser but still very powerful family. And then one of them dies young, one of them gets imprisoned for 8 years, one of them becomes the King of Scots, and one of them was a Nepo baby because he's just not that interesting. I'd watch that show. When Isabella was about 18, she married the 21-year-old future Earl, the future King of Scots, Robert the Bruce. The couple had been entered into a politically advantageous arranged marriage. But they seemed to be in love, or at least very hopeful and excited about the match. This marriage was beneficial to both clans. Clan Mar was getting a powerful ally against the Comyns that they claimed were raiding their lands. Clan Bruce was getting a tighter, stronger claim on their lands and titles. Isabella's family helped them with that. Isabella was soon pregnant. The same year she married, she was having a baby. Potentially the future ruler of the House of Bruce. She did have that baby. Her baby was named Marjorie Bruce. And Isabella died in childbirth. I'm sorry, that was abrupt, but so was her death. At the time of her death, she was only 18 or 19. Though death in childbirth was common, it was usually reserved for slightly older women. The average age of women in her time and place was 33. This left Robert the Bruce, a 21-year-old single father of little baby Marjorie. During this time, the rivalry between the Balliols and the Bruces was growing. John Balliol had been king for a time and abdicated, so Scotland was back to no king. Bruce preferred King Edward of England to a Balliol, so he pledged loyalty. King Edward demanded that Bruce hand over his baby as collateral for his loyalty. We don't really know what happened then. What we do know is that Bruce never capitulated, and Edward never retaliated. But that's it. They seem to have come to some agreement. But Isabella's daughter was safe at home for now, but not for long. And this is where I'll leave it for now. Sorry this episode was so short and ended so abruptly. So did Isabella's life. But we'll talk more about her husband and daughter in upcoming episodes, so stay tuned. What did you think of Isabella of Mar? There wasn't long to make a defined opinion of her, really, but she did seem to have a happy life, even though it was way too short. And that's more than a lot of people had, so I'm happy for her. And despite her short life, that we really don't know much about, she does have a legacy. Through her daughter Marjorie, she becomes the grandmother of the Stuart dynasty, and the ancestors to the royal family of the United Kingdom. Thanks for listening. Long live to all the queens out there. And until next week, bye.
We will be remembered.
Thanks for listening.